Okay. Hello, dear friends. Good evening. Such a beautiful, beautiful evening. You can hear some background noise. So here I am in the park. And tonight is back to school night. I am about to make a presentation. So it's still not yet time. I am waiting outside in the park. So I was thinking maybe use this time to do a voice over. I know you like voice over. I do not know why you like, but yeah, some friends like. Some friends like the voice over the food review, so you can hear the park further away. The children screaming, having fun. I think that is a lively background. Okay, come back to our food. There was one night, one of our family member went to a concert and left the three of us in the evening at home. So we were thinking, yeah, that is the best chance we can go out to have a dinner. So we went to a restaurant, and this is a Chinese restaurant, a dumpling restaurant. It's called Joy Dumpling, but it's a dumpling. Oh, every time when I make video, the birds will a crow, maybe it's crow, will scream there. Okay, so it has everything, like almost every Chinese restaurant. The menu will contain 20 pages, 30 pages, just a lot of things to choose from. It's a hard thing to choose, so I usually do not look at the menu. I look for one thing cold or two things cold to start, and then a vegetable, some fish, some meat, and that's it. And a soup, a big soup. So this is what we ordered that particular day. So we ordered. Do you hear the background noise overtaking my voice? I think it should be okay. Okay, so this is chicken feet. In Chinese restaurant, this is one of the things that I order always, because at home I can make it, but I can never make that very exquisite, that solid, and that taste. The restaurant one always have so much better in taste. I think one of the reasons is this kind of food needs long time cooking and needs a big pot cooking. There are some foods that you can make each plate or each dish individually prepared, but this kind of a dish, a big soup, you need to cook a lot so that the fire is stronger and is even, not so much about the strong fire. We can make small pot with strong fire, but the taste will not be that good. You need something that very consistent and with big quantity, so the heat is together. And this particular kind is boiled and then marinated in soya sauce, in wine, and Chinese 5 spice, all these things, all these good things, and topped with some fresh onion. like the bird again. Okay, so this one is not deep fried. There is another kind in some dim sum restaurant. So they first get the chicken feet deep fry, and so the skin, every time when you deep fry the skin become like the churros or the okay. So in some Chinese restaurant they do it, deep fry it. You know, when skin is deep fried, it becomes fluffy and bubbly. It just expanded. What we call it in Chinese, we call it 膨化. It's just becomes very airy. It's like a chicharrone. It's a chicharrone of chicken feet. And then they put a lot of sauce and then reboil it. It's another kind. So that way the chicken feet has much more a texture than this one. This one is very much like in the train in China. You know, the chicken feet, a lot of people do not eat it. And I have one friend, there was one time a Chinese friend, and her husband is not Chinese, is from another country. And then when she eats chicken feet, and then the guy will say, you know, what is that for? It's for that is for stand to walk on the mud, walk on the floor. Anyway, but chicken feet is one of the delicacy in Chinese food, as same as a lot of food that I have discussed with other people. Some say that some cultures do not eat these kind of strange things because their culinary art or is developed. Not culinary art is developed, is because they have enough food, does not need to eat the inside, the bone and the things. And that's very interesting. Anyway, I see a lot of culture that makes this kind of not so plain white meat or edible meat, make it into a special delicacy because it has it needs more work to do. Right? It needs more work to do, and then it develops a skill to make it, to treat it even better, and brings more taste to it. Like andouille, like andouille, like not carnitas. What is that word? Menudo, and all these things. I like them. They have more taste, and okay. So that was very delicious. It reminds me of when we were young and we do not have enough chicken to eat. We eat chicken feet and we eat it slowly. And the chicken feet is a very, very typical train food because taking train usually takes a long time, 10 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours. When we were young, we traveled to places, but taking very long time to take train, and we take seat train, and sometimes not even have a seat. The train is always crowded. And there's nothing else to do. You look outside and read a book, but still the majority of time you do not have much things to do. So we eat, and some people smoke, some people eat, some people drink wine with chicken feet. It takes forever to deal with it, so it makes so much more enjoyable, make the boring long trip becomes more durable, or more dealable, more bearable. So it reminds me of that time. But this one is marinated in soya sauce and wine. It's very good. There is it's relatively lean feeling. Okay, so the next one is still a chicken dish, and this one is also very, very typical Chinese way of treating the chicken, and it's a very very seldomly cooked. I mean, it's cooked very briefly, very simply. It's cooked in white salt, pepper, and ginger, onion in stock, in the brain or in stock. Just a very very simple. So there's not too much flavor overtaking. It's not overdone, and you can still feel that very fresh chicken flavor. And cook 7 minutes or something. I have never successfully cooked this one. And it's young chicken boiled in this stock, and then take it out, so the chicken meat is cooked through, very well cooked through, and cooled down. And this dish is served cold. And at the very end, some onion, ginger blend, and oil. And that's it. It's very fresh. It's a little bit like Hainan chicken, and we call it 白斩鸡. It's plain white cut chicken, and the unique and very well pronounced flavor is aroma, fragrance is ginger and fresh young Chinese small onion. Okay, another thing about onion and young onion, the smaller, the thinner, the sweeter, the more delicate. In a particular region in China, and people do not eat too big, too strong, they like too overpowering. And the young onion, small onion, has a fragrance, has a romantic fragrance. Can you imagine? Yeah, it's just very good. Anyway, this onion is well smashed or blended, and all the flavor coming out with cooking oil, vegetable oil, and a little bit of sesame oil, or maybe not sesame oil, because sesame oil might be an overpower, not good. It's just very good, very good. Oil, ginger, onion, it's very good, very enjoyable. And the meat is tender, the sauce is fresh and refreshing. Yeah, this is not a date meal. After this, you are not going to do something too too expressive, you will smell like, you get the idea. Okay, here comes the 蟹粉小笼包. The yellow color, I do not know whether it's artificial color or what. It is supposed to be the egg of crab. The crab, the egg of the crab, or the oil of the crab usually is yellow, and it's very, very delicious. It has a very unique fragrance of it. So you put a little bit of it, and this yellow is just put on top of it. I do not know whether it's a real crab or some intense coloring, and it's very good. Inside is meat, and a couple of days ago I made a video of Chinese dumpling, and as you have seen, when I do the dumpling, I put a lot of water and blend it until the water combine with the meat completely and become a kind of gluey. And this one not only combined with water, but also when it is done, they freeze it or put cold meat jelly, so that the water does not the moist is in one piece. Only when it is cooked, steamed or fried, it becomes, the water will come out. You can see here that you need to use a spoon, chopstick to hold it up, and then use a spoon to put it under this dumpling, and you bite a little bit, and then the soup will come out, and you sip that soup. It's full of flavor, and then you eat it. And do not sip it too quick because it's so hot. You always get burned, and it's very, very delicious, very good, especially that soup inside the dumpling. And every time when we go to Chinese restaurant, we would like to order it, and of course I will order it, and I am ordering it, and we are enjoying it. Okay, then following this dumpling, we ordered 孜然羊肉. It's cumin seed and lamb. Cumin seed, stir-fried lamb, and this is also a typical Chinese dish. It has so much spice, you almost do not feel it is lamb or steak or beef or pork or chicken. It almost tastes all the same, but the lamb is relatively quite strong taste comparing with chicken, with pork, with other meat, so it can go against the cumin, so it makes a quite good combination. And the cumin is not original in Chinese. It's kind of a Middle Eastern, and from Silk Road, from Spice Road, came to China, and we love it. It's like curry. Maybe curry is not originated in China. A lot of things I do not know, but anyway, this is just very, very very unique flavor. It reminds me of Xinjiang. It reminds me of of traveling, exotic feeling, and with soya sauce and deep fried. You put cumin spice, it becomes cumin. If you put black bean sauce, it's black bean sauce. It's all done the same way. Very easy. You deep fry the meat, take it out, deep fry, almost deep fry, stir fry the vegetable, and then combine everything together. That is how it is done, and very quick, very flashily quick. So the meat is tender and juicy, and oh, that's good. That's good, and spicy, as you can see. So many ginger, onion, and the chili pepper. It is a spicy one, and I didn't order any rice or something, so we ordered one bowl of rice to accompany it. Otherwise, it's just too strong, too salty, and too much flavor. It gets you hard to appreciate food when the taste, when the spice are too much, taste are too strong, right? Okay, I have also ordered a soup because we did not order much. I said so much, but you can see there is actually not very much variety. So I ordered soup with everything. In any restaurant, usually they have this 什锦 bowl. They call it assorted soup. Usually there is shrimp inside, there is meat inside, there is chicken inside, there is beef inside, there is vegetable inside, noodle inside, or vermicelli noodle inside, and tofu inside. It's everything boiled, combined together. And I was thinking, well, let's order a soup, order a big soup. But this one is way too big. We did not finish it, and we took back home 2 big bowls for takeout. It's just way too much. Next time I will not order this kind of a big soup. And the price of it definitely shows that it is a big one, but but still it's bigger than I anticipated. So as you can see, inside there is the black one is fungus mushroom, wood ear mushroom, and there is meatball, and I always make this kind of a soup, and in Chinese family we always make this kind of soup. And I think, at least in my cooking, in my family cooking, we do not have recipe. Everything left over, put into the pot and put in water and boil it together. Throw in some vegetables, cabbage leaves, and add some chicken stock, or even does not even need any chicken stock. You just boil everything together. It becomes a soup, and this is still my habit. I do not wash my pot when I stir fry something, when I cook something. The pot, I take out the vegetables, the dishes, and the pot still have some sauce left over. Put in water, put in vegetable, put in just some stir-fried food in it, and boil for 5 minutes. It becomes a wholesome, all-inclusive, definitely all-inclusive, and there is no political argument about it. There is no discrimination about it. It's all-inclusive. A big soup. Ah, that's so good. With all the flavor, a little bit sweet. It just because you boil something for a long time, the true sweetness from the soup comes out. Ah, it's so good. It's I want to I want to eat. I do not want to have this. Wait. I am still waiting for my turn to do the presentation. I need to wait maybe 1 more hour and looking at this soup. Oh, it's hard. I always say if I die, my last meal will be a big soup. Noodle or not important. I just want to have this kind of soup. I actually do not like to eat the noodle in the noodle soup. In my family, I drink the soup, eat the vegetable, meat, and everything, and the noodles for. I left the noodles. I just like soup. 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 Bye bye, friends. I love you. I really do. Do. I hope this is not in the middle of the night you watch this video. And you have to go to kitchen and turn on the fire to boil something. Bye bye, friends. Bye bye.